for champions.
Champion, 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 champion.
On 32 FM 94.9.
32 FM, good morning to you, dear listener, and it's a pleasure to be here once again. My name is OLUTAYO OGUNADE. The station is 32 FM 94.9, and the program is the Breakdown Newspaper Review. Welcome.
My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Thank you so much for starting with us. I have here Punch newspaper, the Daily Post, Vanguard, and Independent newspapers. Headlines from Punch: Saraki meets Obasanjo, says APC can't handle Nigeria's problems. Wike Fintiri reconcile Orter Muhammad in Rivers. Kwakwanso hails Wike, asks governor to prepare for national assignment. Obaseki's ex-CSO demands 3.6 billion naira from APC's chieftains for defamation. And PDP tackles electoral agency over Kaduna local government poll. ZLP members join APC in Oyo. 3 million Nigerians lost 18 billion naira to Ponzi schemes. SEC. Petrol scarcity persists. Transport fares rise by 100%. Federal government approves Warri Airport reopening for daylight operations. CBN financed farmers cultivated 3.64 million hectares. Emefiele. And reps move to restrict federal government on loans, agreements, others. Investors lose 120 billion naira. Stocks resume decline. Experts advise Nigerians on regular checks, and 6 bills will reform health sector, says Badabia Miller. Crowdy, okay, insurance and women pivoting the future. And the last headline I have here, Zamfara receives freed abducted Jangebe schoolgirls at government house. That should be an old news.
Let's see something here from Daily Trust. Again, bandits abduct 3 students in Katsina. Again, bandits abduct 3 students in Katsina. Sarki tells Buhari to include opposition others in fight against insecurity. Let's see if this will crush bandits. Matawali rejects federal government's no-fly zone. Bandits kill 6 in Kaduna villages. 306 soldiers quit army in 1 year. Reps. Kidnappers propose to marry us. Freed schoolgirls. Kano, tomato, onion farmers, marketers lose big as blockade persists. Let's see some more banditry. Federal government declares Zamfara no-fly zone to stop gold for arms swap. 2023, what we discussed with Obasanjo Saraki. Let's see some more. New companies flood Kano. Postponement of zonal congresses unsettles PDP stakeholders. Convention. APC inaugurates Constitution Review Committee. Wiki tourists fought Abia warriors blindly. We must move from talks to results. WTO DG Okonjo-Iweala. We must move from talks to results. WTO DG Okonjo-Iweala. Emefiele seeks sustained agric investment. Market loses 122 billion naira after stock sell-off. Nigerians vulnerable to scams without cryptocurrency. Group launches $10 million campaign fund for women in politics. One more here. INEC seeks National Assembly support to create more polling units.
Next is Daily Post newspaper. Breaking news: Takula Suzwam, ex-Benue governor's brother, assassinated. AK-47 comments: Governor Wike Fintiri reconcile Ortam Muhammad. Middle belt kicks against blocking of food items to southern Nigeria. Over 50 kidnapped by suspected bandits in Niger. Many killed in multiple attacks by suspected bandits in Kaduna communities. Zamfara, Governor Matawali told to reveal identities of those behind kidnapping. COVID-19, Osun government inaugurates technical working group. Blocking food from north to south will affect Nigeria. Arewa wants Mieti Allah. Others. Nasrada, Buhari nominates Alilu Shaba as DG. Buhari mounts Emir of Kagara. Osun Assembly moves to pass bill regulating veterinary practices. Kwara or your partner on security, economic issues. More headlines from Daily Post. Insecurity. We are at the mercy of hoodlums. Police no longer respond to calls. Anambra Assembly. Zamfara kidnap. Federal government must implement plans to stop further attacks. CDD. Service chiefs. Visa ban reversal. Top US Nigeria talks. Service chiefs. Visa ban reversal. Top US Nigeria talks. COVID-19. Don't hoard vaccines like palliatives. Nigerians beg. Involve hunters. Vigilantes in the fight against insecurity. Akeredolu tells Ondo local government chairman. Obiano declares headsmen carrying guns as criminals bans itinerant herders. Obiano mourns death of Chimamanda Adichie's mother. Details of national security meeting with President Buhari emerges. And the federal government disburses cash grant of 20,000 naira to 3,000 women in Kogi. Just two more headlines to go. Delta government building classrooms rather than prisons. Governor Diri, Lord Okoa, and reps contradicts army on resignation of 365 soldiers.
And from the Guardian newspaper, Shell knows fate the 9th of March over frozen accounts. Shell knows fate over frozen accounts by 9th of March. NLC threatens to picket filling stations hoarding petrol. Obiano declares armed headers as criminals. Ogun creating more industrial clusters for investors, says Abiodun. Terrorists kill 6 in Kaduna. Troops raid bandits' hideouts. Buhari declares Zamfara no-fly zone, bans mining activities. At last, federal government takes delivery of COVID-19 vaccines. Let's see some more from The Guardian. AFDB backs digital currencies, seeks gender inclusion. Still from there, AU claims 300 million Africans live 50 kilometers away from broadband connections. Still from there, we have this one: oil spills, Dutch British judgments that rekindle hope for Niger Deltans. From the sports side of the Guardian, Man City equal unbeaten record in 4-1 Wolves demolition. From the business side of the Guardian, NPA offers to partner NLNG to increase gas production capacity. Nigeria's opportunities great despite challenges, says Amina Mohammed. Government disburses 1.13 billion naira to 11,636 artisans, employees under survival scheme. Still from the Guardian, the fraud in Nigeria's cattle rearing business. That you can find as a column there. Could be of interest to you. Increase in Supreme Court justices. Lawyers say number still inadequate for excess workload. Lady nabbed for robbing pastor at gunpoint in Ogun. Car recovered in Niger.
Vanguard newspaper next, and we have this headline on Buhari's body language and students' abduction. That's going to make a fantastic write-up there. Witness reveals in court how 74 billion naira recovered by MENA was used to finance 2012 budget. Non-payment of utility bills. Reps push for direct deductions from MDA's accounts. Nigeria, 1 week, 70 troubles. That's another write-up there. Nigeria yet to domesticate over 95% of treaties, protocols. Reps to federal government rescue Pastor Ikura from Boko Haram captivity before March 4 deadline. In Iraq, Pope reaches out to top Shiite cleric, and Biden withdraws budget chief pick after Senate pushback. Nigerians must fight the anti-terrorism war as one. NSCDC arrests 50 over pipeline vandalism in Imo. And again, 3 students kidnapped in Katsina. World leaders congratulate Gorbachev on 90th birthday. And reps move to domesticate laws on treaties, agreements, conventions, others. Convention. APC sets up Constitution Review Committee. ACF expresses concern over stoppage of food supply to South. COVID-19, federal government to vaccinate 109 million Nigerians in 2 years.
From Premium Times, insecurity. Buhari declares Zamfara no-fly zone, restates ban on mining activities. Arab doctors threaten to kill fry and eaters. Jangebe abductee. Nigeria receives 3.94 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Nigeria receives 3.94 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Okay, 9 things to know about AstraZeneca vaccine arriving Nigeria. Still from there, court awards 50 million naira against EFCC for rearresting defendant PIB. 2.5% revenue for host communities unacceptable to Niger Delta. Governor Diri. EFCC arraigned Dodge wife on alleged $330,000 oil vessel fraud. APC inaugurates 8-member committee to review constitution head of 2023 poll. Petitioner 10 accused testifies on alleged 170 million naira FRS contract fraud. Zamfara government revises number of abducted Jangebe schoolgirls. Emir of Kagara is dead. Some people benefiting from kidnapping banditry. Lawan. So what are you doing about it? I don't drink alcohol. Governor Pazu. I don't drink alcohol. Governor Pazu or Yokwara governors meet over insecurity challenges. Electoral bill. Group says NAS is committed to March passage. Begins daily countdown. Voluntary resignation. Reps task Nigerian Army on personal welfare. And group launches campaign to find women for 2023 election. Caller tunes. Quota Jones Nigerian artist suit against Etel Globalcom. That'll be all from Premium Times.
Yes, that's what I have here. Those 3 papers of those headlines. So I think it's time to take a break. Our first break on the program this morning. It's 32 FM 94.9. We'll be back after this break.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Give the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
Guy, how far now?
If you see this game, in fact, go to channel 203 now.
Wait, let me check. But I can't view the channel.
Really? You haven't heard of Step Up? Now I'm watching live sports action from the biggest leagues since I upgraded my DSTV subscription. And I got the next higher package.
That's right. Step up to the next level. If you're on the younger package and upgrade to confirm, you will get the next higher package. DSTV Compact, worth 7,900 naira to enjoy all the live matches. Offer available for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply.
ShopRite. Hey, for ShopRite, you fit buy Chatteram things there for better price. We go give your pocket relief. Buy 3 850 ml 5 Alive all variant juice for 799 naira 99 kobo. Plus 24 can of Amstel Malta drink for only 3,299 naira 99 kobo. Check www.shoprite.com.ng for more deals them. All this price go last till March 7, 2021. ShopRite. Sachet price when you fit trust all the time.
32 FM
94.9.
FM 94.9. Thank you for staying tuned. And if you're just joining us, a very good morning to you. My name is OLUTAYO. OGUNADE. Welcome. It's your morning tonic. We go now straight to the analysis. Austin Udumu just entered the studio. Dele Adeyanju is here.
Thank you very much, Tayo. Austin, welcome. And yes, morning. The first headline here is a write-up by Dr. Ugojo. Dr. Ugojo is a popular name when we talk about analysis and forming opinions on issues. And he wrote here, egos say when the snake forgets how to use its venom, children will use it like a rope and tie up firewood. Now ask President Buhari, are you there? The title of that headline is Nigeria, 1 week, 70 troubles.
Yes, I think there's no better words to actually describe the current happening in the country as far as security is concerned. I think majorly what he pretends is that Nigeria is fast drifting to a failing state because if you consider some of the characteristics of a failing state, you could find all of this in the country. And every eyes is pointing at Mr. President, looking towards the direction of the president to actually take bold and decisive steps. How he will do that is none of our business, but he's voted into office to ensure security of lives and property. So I think that is a clarion call, like it has also come from various quarters across the country, that the president must take the bull by the horn and address the menace of insecurity frontally in the country. We really have to be more secure. That is the truth of the matter.
And somebody said we should fight this war as one nation from all tribes. But now we have some tribes trying to prevent some others from enjoying and having access to their produce.
Yes, that on its own looked like a war situation. Because the last time that happened was during
the Biafra War.
Yes, the Biafra War. I do not think that should be. And there is a conspiracy of silence, especially from the northern part of the country. Even if you look at the presidency too, in the last couple of days, we have not been able to get a reaction or official statement for them. Perhaps their body language also is in solidarity with this individual. No life must be lost across the country. Every life should be sacred, and no life is much more important than the other. And most of the time, we continue to hear the word, our unity is not negotiable. If you tell us on one hand that our unity is not negotiable, and the section of the country, in their own view, decide to hold another section of the country to ransom, it means that unity can actually be negotiable. It means that in the days ahead, going a separate way could even be the solution. Of course, I'm a nationalist. I believe in one Nigeria. I believe in the Nigerian project. But I think when incidences and occasions like this begin to happen under a government, it shows that all is not well, especially with our structure. Because what it then means is that we can also decide to say, oh, what do we supply to the northern part of the country? Oh, okay, let's cut the supply so that you day your day, I day my day. And I think that will do nobody any good. But it's so bad that...
What's the latest on the blockade now?
Of course, the blockade is going on successfully. A lot of traders, especially farmers, producers in the northern part of the country, in Kano and what have you, they are lamenting. The association is bent that, oh, they don't mind these goods rot away. You know, largely some of them are perishable goods, onions, tomato, and what have you. But farmers who bear the brunt as far as this situation is concerned, they are lamenting because bringing in goods, especially crops, to the southern part of the country is not a way of doing us a favor because you extend it for money and we also pay for it. So these are the issues. So it's not as if you just produce and you transport it here just for free and so be it. That is not the case.
What alternative do we have?
Of course, in terms of the alternative, we dwell so much on this yesterday. We should think outside the box. I love the reaction of various states across the southern part of the country. Of course, it will bite.
They had a meeting yesterday, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Southwestern
It
States.
will bite very hard. A lot of people are beginning to suggest that for how long are we continue this situation? Look at farmers that are being killed. Did they withdraw their services? At some point, doctors were also kidnapped, were adopted and sometimes maimed. Do they withdraw their services? In Adamawa last week, about 3 custom officers, they are still in captivity as we speak now. They were adopted. So the custom will have to come out to say, we are withdrawing our services. Look at the assault that the Nigerian police have suffered for a period under review now. Do they withdraw their service? So these are issues. It shows that some people want to destabilize the country. I want to salute the courage of the Arewa Consultative Forum through their chairman, who came out to say this in any way does not resemble the
Why
solution.
go all the way to the far north when you have the north central? For instance, a state like Benue State, which is called the food basket of Nigeria. Why can't we even go there to source for food, for produce?
Everybody will harness some of this other alternative in the days ahead to see that, oh, we are not going to rely so heavily on certain section of the country who could hold us to ransom at any point in time. Apart from going to the middle belt, Benue and what have you, let's also look inward. What can we do? We have arable land. The weather is most favorable to us than even in the northern part of the country. Let's think outside the box. And this is not an individual thing. Let government also come in. Government of the various states, let them come in, look at agriculture, finance agriculture, encourage people to go to the farm and guarantee their security. And at the end of the day, we have surplusity in terms of food in the country.
What is the stand of the federal government till this morning?
That is what we are talking about. You know, when some people make a cited statement, the federal government will come out because federal government most of the time will act like a moderator. No father will want to allow the house to be destroyed. So for this particular occasion, I've just told you the spokespersons to the president or the presidency have not reacted to this issue, which means that perhaps this suit their purpose is solely from the northern part of the country. It's only Arewa Consultative Forum that has actually reacted to this issue, that all of this must stop. There was a national security meeting yesterday at the presidential villa. I do not think this issue was mentioned because it was not part of the outcome after releasing the communique of that particular meeting. What they dwell on was the security situation, especially in the northern part of the country, and they single out Zamfara in northwestern state to actually address the issue of insecurity vis-a-vis banditry.
What is, you mentioned Zamfara now, no-fly zone. What does that mean? What is the implication for Zamfara? What do we hope to achieve with that?
The implication for Zamfara, what we hope to achieve is a better security at the end of the day. But let's see how it goes. The no-fly zone is coming for the first time. The issue of banning illegal mining activity or shutting down mining sites has always been, because the federal government, even under this government, has come out not once, not twice, that illegal mining operation should be stopped. But the no-fly zone, the situation look as if the only thing that didn't happen was to declare a state of emergency in Zamfara. Let's see how it goes. The governor also expressed reservation that, at the end of the day, how do we achieve this particular result of ensuring peace in Zamfara state? But my own thinking, I hope it is not also political in a way. Zamfara is not the only state that has really suffered the activity of banditry, for example. So why single out Zamfara out of the state? In my view, if there is no spontaneous, sustained attack in terms of bombardment on this criminal element, it can't stop. Look at when Matawali came on board, for example, he did certain things, and the bandit had to migrate from Zamfara, cross to Katsina to run riot there. Matawali also brought about some initiative. That is the way they operate. If the heat is much here, they will cross over to the other state, because the boundary in those areas, they are seamless. A lot of states like Zamfara, Katsina, Niger, all these states, they have a boundary that you don't have to find it difficult before you can cross. So I think the federal government should declare full-fledged military operation in Niger, in Zamfara, even in Kaduna and Katsina state. Because what they do, the way the bandits operate is that when the military firepower is hot on them in one area, they will cross over to the other area. And that is why we have not been able to achieve the desired result as far as that is concerned. So let's see how this goes at the end of the day. And if it will improve security, so be it.
All right, from Premium Times, this one here, voluntary resignation. Reps tasked Nigerian Army and personnel welfare. The House of Representatives has urged the Nigerian Army to improve the welfare of its personnel to avoid mass resignation. The House passed a resolution while adopting a report by its Committee on Army on the massive resignation of 360 soldiers last year.
Yeah, that is too bad for us as a people, especially at this particular point in time where we even need more enlistment into the Nigerian Armed Forces, especially the Army. Ali Ndume, who is the Senate Committee Chairman on the Nigerian Army, also raised alarm of this nature sometimes ago, that in short, this number came down because the Nigerian Military Authority that time, especially the Nigerian Army, refused to further accept resignation letter. A lot of them wanted to go for obvious reasons. The battle is becoming, they are becoming very wary of the battle. They are also battle fatigued. And we have a situation where there is no balance, where some people are moved from certain sections of the country to a terrain where they do not understand. And some of them feel that the best way to handle the situation is to actually quit. So thank God now we have a new military head in terms of the service chiefs. Let them ensure balance. If you have a soldier fighting at the war front for like 3 months, there's a need to actually reshuffle and replace them. Even the battle scenarios can also weary them. That is why you see some of them, once in a while, they want to take to a judicial killing. They can even kill their colleagues and also kill themselves, because it looks like a mad situation when you are used to the idea of killing and what have you almost every time. So let them do the needful and ensure that this type of trend is reversed as a matter of urgency. But the cross of the matter must also be frontally addressed. Like I said earlier, let's look at the issue of welfare. Let's look at the issue of possible.
For instance, feeding. Some soldiers stormed, on the, the food storage or bank of Boko Haram fighters recently, and they said some of these things we don't even get to eat. All right, we looked at this some time ago. The feeding for this army, they don't feed well from the report we got at a particular point in time. And what some of these Boko Haram fighters feed on is even more. But how do they get these supplies?
That is the issue. How do they get this supply? Don't also forget they attack farms, they attack a food storage facility to actually be able to loot them, just like the way they attack armories.
We saw canned food.
Yes. If you look at it, see, the Nigerian military guys, those are the battlefield, will not get as much supply as this. Because don't also forget, within the military too, there's also the element of saboteur, where money is not judiciously accounted for. Don't also forget the fight against Boko Haram has also become like a mega enterprise because it has to be security fund that is unaccounted for. The other time we saw a general who appeared before a panel. It was to account for over 400 million raw cash that was transported from point A to point B. So they get as much money as possible. That is why we are saying that the head of the military now will have to look into issues that border on welfare. If you have people on the battlefield, the allowances are not being paid as and when due. They don't feed well, and they are used to fighting. And the people they are fighting with, they have taken arm against the state. And if care is not taken, of course, they will lose faith in the battle, and that will dampen their morale. And when you lose morale, anything can happen. So we are appealing to them to look at all of these sundry issues to actually ensure, because we can fight the war and win if the morale is very high. But if the morale is dampened, if morale is low, there's no way we can continue to fight the battle.
And the system is disparaging their efforts.
Of course, the system is disparaging their efforts. A situation where those that have been killing their colleagues and what have you, killing innocent civilians, at the end of the day, they will tell you that they are now repented and reintegrated back into the society. So these are issues. When that reintegration happened, a lot of soldiers at the battle front became discouraged. That is actually the truth of the matter. So the federal government must do everything within its power to repose confidence in the army. What we should be having now shouldn't be resignation. It should be how to recruit more people into the Nigerian military, especially the Nigerian army.
From the Nation newspaper, Nigerians lose 18 billion naira to Ponzi schemes. MMM-like investment schemes in the country now.
Yes. If you look at it, I think 18 billion naira will be like a conservative figure, except I know for the period from what period to what period. Yes, a lot of people. There are so many people who can't even discuss it, irrespective of their faith. You know when something is hurting you, and there's no way you can discuss it. We laugh over it, but to some people it's not a laughing matter. As they hear all this money, they will want to cry because they've lost so much money as far as this investment is concerned. But the truth of the matter is that we still continue to hear this advert here and there. They will tell you this. After 3 months, they will crash. And is it depositors' money or subscriber? the fund will just go down the drain. Nobody to be held accountable and what have you. Let me now come to the empowerment aspect of it, where government should come in. The vice president has suggested the outright prohibition of cryptocurrency in the country. That what you should do is effective regulation. There is no perfect system as far as regulation is concerned, but you can use regulation to drive the desired result. It tends, if you look at it, this thing appeals to the youth. Rather than take it to criminality, they can do form of digital investment, and at the end of the day get return on their investment. The CBN say they are at risk. It is me that I'm at risk. You understand? Not the government, not anybody.
They should protect you.
Of course, they should protect me, not outright ban. But you see a lot of people this time around will go into criminality and what have you. Because if you look at situation like this, you don't have to operate or apply a mono approach scenario. What you do is look at a multidimensional approach by which these things can be tackled. Then let's come back to the issue of the prison scheme. It suggests how vulnerable we are in terms of extreme poverty. When you see people who want to get money.
There's so much money in circulation that are not captured. Because you wonder, where are these monies coming from?
That is it. See, an average person, even people you never expected can get money. They will source for money to be able to do this. If you look at a country where investment houses, little microfinance, they continue to thrive, it suggests how poor the people they are. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making.
People go for soft loans.
Yeah, they go for
soft.
soft. They don't look at the collateral. They don't look at the security of this loan. Give me 20,000. Whether you are going to pay through your note, they call it Bomule Lanta or something like that. They don't care. They need this money. They want to survive. They want to make ends meet. So that is where government should come in. Let us empower our people. We talk about insecurity today. We have a population explosion proportionately compared to our GDP growth, compared to employment rate, compared to standard of living. That is why no matter the progress the government is making, is being eroded on a fast lane. Why? Because a lot of people are sliding into poverty even on a daily basis. So we have to address this issue. Some operator of this prison scheme, they were arrested and jailed in Port Harcourt sometimes ago, and some of their assets confiscated. We have a lot of them in and around town, even within Ibadan here. There was this popular one, we hardly hear about it now. Of course, we won't mention name. We hardly hear about it. There have always been this jiggle, this advert on the radio and what have you. But as we speak today, they have gone down. And some of these subscribers, or those who do business with them, they are crying silently. Like I told you earlier, some of them can't even share the story because the story is not palatable. You know it. If you know me as a pastor, you feel that, oh, Austin cannot do this. And I do it and I can't get return on my investment. I can't be able to tell you daily that, oh, I've done it too, because you have trusted me so much that I cannot do it.
Because you're a pastor.
Because I'm a pastor. I know a lot of people who attest to. I have seen people fighting themselves and say, you are the one that brought me. You are the one that said I should do it. And the person said, but when the going was good, you collected twice. You didn't. You didn't come to me. I even know of somebody that.
What is your advice to such people? I mean, you shouldn't die in silence.
We shouldn't die in silence. We can decide to voice out. I know of somebody introduced. After collecting twice, he said, oh, I'm going to withdraw my money. He had to go through the back. It was when the bubble busted, he came and said, you are the one that introduced me. He said, but Oga, you told me that you are not going to do again. You understand? So let us look at this issue critically. But one thing is sure, a lot of people want to make ends meet by all means. A lot of people will even go as far as borrowing money, investing it on this scheme, and at the end of the day, maybe 3 months or 4 months, it will just disappear into the thing.
I have a story here. It's a political story, actually. Former President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, on Tuesday said Nigeria's problem shouldn't be left to the governing All Progressives Congress-led federal government alone. Saraki, doubles as the chairman, PDP National Reconciliation and Strategy Committee, stressed the need for a bipartisan approach to finding lasting solutions to national problems, especially in the area of security. Now, you met Obasanjo. With the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, do you think there should be a collaboration between the APC, the PDP, or even they extend it to other parties, bring in the best brains to do something?
Yes, I think there should be collaboration.
Is that called government of national unity?
It might not be appointing people into position.
Okay.
You do consultation. You understand? In the last administration, for example, there are certain areas they have done well. You understand? You can decide to transport those ideas into the new administration, especially when you have a government that is not really doing well as far as security is concerned. So you consult people, you bring ideas on board. The primary purpose is to ensure security of life and property. That is the basic goal. Every Nigerian does not want to know how you are able to get this solution. So that is, but it's always difficult for a government in power, because one thing, if you consult the opposition for anything, one of the things it suggests is that you have first of all failed, and there is no government that will admit that it has failed, even when it is glaringly clear that this is failure. So this is the situation we find ourselves. In my view, I think there's nothing wrong in that particular call. That, oh, let's seek idea. This is a Nigerian project. Let's look for how to solve this problem. Look at Akiwumi Adesina the other time. He served in the last administration. There was an opening in the international community. The president had no choice. He had to throw him up, and today we are celebrating it. Look at the likes of Okojo Iweala. He served under the last administration. There was a opening. Don't forget, President Muhammadu Buhari had earlier nominated another candidate, a different candidate for the World Trade Organization, before the idea of Okojo Iweala came on board. If it were to be that candidate between you and I, Nigeria would have gotten that position. It was because of the intimidating profile, the credentials of Okojo Iweala, and our experience in terms of international relations, trade, and what have you. So the point I'm making is that if you see anything good in the last administration, that can be beneficial in this administration, I see nothing wrong in that. It might not necessarily be a government of national unity where you bring members of opposition to form government. It might not necessarily be. But when we talk about security, security before prosperity, security before wealth creation, security before infrastructure. So security is everything, and it should be everybody's business. So the call, in my view, is a clarion call.
When is the federal government going to announce a new pump price? Because the scarcity persists everywhere, and it seems that we cannot hold it any longer. Yes. Already, some people are buying 200, 170, 175, just that way, and the queues just remain endless.
Yes, I think the situation relatively became better to some extent yesterday. A lot of filling stations joined in the selling. You know, there is this speculative approach. They were waiting for the federal government. That is why we have told the government, in your approach, you must be very discretional, and you must also be very transparent and honest with the people. The federal government has continued to say through the NFPC that there is no price increase in March 2021. But the Minister of Petroleum 2 weeks ago has said price increase is imminent. The NFPC Managing Director has said that what they do now, the price template now, is import dependent. And when you say import dependent, as at the close of business last week, crude was selling at over $65 per barrel. So a lot of people are speculative. The marketers too, they are looking at the possibility of increment of price. Not that they don't have this product. In some cases, they have product. I'm also aware that the loading in Apapa, some of the private depot, has also increased. So the federal government is addressing the situation. But the truth of the matter is that for how long shall we continue like that? Some of us do not even know where we kept our last gallon for fuel, because we thought an end has actually come to a situation like this, fuel scarcity. So government must address the situation. If you are going to float the price, if you are going to review price, let us know the direction. If for the purpose of engagement with Nigerian Labour Congress and you feel that you cannot reduce the price, for me, I think it is senseless. After 5 years of administration, especially this government, we still talk about landing costs. The government promised before they came into power that they will help us remove the landing costs. How do I mean? Local refining. So, but down the line, 5 years down the line, we have not been able to get that. So whatever we have to do, let the government help to moderate, because it will add to the cost of production, even cost of transportation, cost of production, and everybody. You know, somebody over the weekend called another person to come and help to dig sock away, septic disposal tank. The person said the amount doubled. And the man was, but this was the price you did it for me last time. He said, Epo ti won. You understand? And the person began to wonder,
does it need
do you need fuel to dig? No, it needs fuel. Fuel is a connecting commodity. Because after digging, he will have to go to the market. And the market women will tell him that fuel has increased. Sure, you understand? So you don't have to deal in fuel directly before you feel the impact. That is why we are advising the government that this is a commodity that affects almost everybody in the country. And if government is subsidizing, let us subsidize for the poor. Right. I can't be buying fuel the same price Dangote is buying. That is what is killing the economy.
Let's go on a break now. We'll be back in a bit.
òṣì ò yẹ mímú taka òṣì dànù. ipa téèyàn bá ń kó àti ìgbìyànjú ẹ̀ ló mú kí ìgbé ayé ẹni ó yí padà sí rere. ilé-iṣẹ́ Daranua Digital World wọ́n ṣetán láti fi ọ̀nà làhàn yín kúrò lọ́wọ́ ogun kòsíkòsí ojoojúmọ́ nípa ìdókòwò orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. lóòótọ́ lẹ ti lè máa gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi nípa okòwò orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára, ṣùgbọ́n ti ilé-iṣẹ́ Daranua Digital World ṣàrà ọ̀tọ̀. ìdí ni pé wọ́n kọ́ yín lọ́nà tẹ́ lè gbà di olókòwò ńlá lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. tẹ́yìn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni máa rí èrè gọbọi lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ péréte. gbogbo àwọn èrè tó bá wà ní wọ́lẹ̀tì yín lè gbà sí àpò àsùnwọ̀n ilé ìfowópamọ́ yín. ilé-iṣẹ́ Daranua Digital World wọ́n forúkọ sílẹ̀ gbòǹtẹ̀ ìjọba. kódà ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn tó ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ló ń fò fáyọ̀. ìwọ náà má dàgùlá darapọ̀ nínú sẹ́mínà tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ Friday àti Saturday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ní nọ́mbà 10 Lákànmí close Akomaran building Total Garden Ìbàdàn. láti kópa ẹ fi orúkọ àti àdúgbò yín ṣọwọ́ sí 0812 347 5530 tàbí 0907 296 0207. dókòwò pẹ̀lú Daranua Digital World lónìí kò gbàgbé òṣì. láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 081 68 73 7222.
Ibadan! Nine Mobile 4G LTE has landed and we are in for the time of our lives. Streaming matches will never be the same. Video calls will be clearer than ever. Work will be so smooth, it won't feel like work. That's smooth.
Yes, Ibadan. Enjoy browsing with quality 4G LTE on 9 mobile data plans. Get 2 GB plus free access to social media for 500 naira, 7 GB plus free access to social media for 1,500 naira, and 3.5 GB free data for night streaming on select monthly data plans of 1,000 naira and above. Dial *200*3*1# to get started. T's and C's apply. 9 Mobile.
32 FM.
lọ mú àpò rẹbẹtẹ bílíṣì àìpò méjì fún mi.
Máàmì méjì báwo.
Torí pé màá fi kan rẹ àwọn aṣọ funfun yìí màá fi kan tó kún pa gbogbo kòkòrò.
ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò rí kòkòrò bíbá ẹ̀ máàmì.
wo wọ́n kéré débi pé o ò lè fojú rí wọn ṣùgbọ́n wá ìdí nìyẹn tọkàn mi fi balẹ̀ lórí bílíṣì àìpò láti pa wọ́n pátápátá.
jẹ́ káṣọ funfun rẹ funfun sí i kí lè rẹ́ sì bọ́ lọ́wọ́ kòkòrò àìfojúrí tí ń fa àìsàn. agbára àfọ̀mọ́ tó wà nínú bílíṣì àìpò yóò pa gbogbo kòkòrò àìfojúrí pátápátá.
32 FM
94.9.
All right, welcome back. It's time to take calls this morning. 0809 7000 0809 7000 or 0906 2000 0906 2000 You can drop your headlines on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello.
Right, so let's keep trying. 0906 2009 0809 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
We have been saying this for a very long time. The structure we have now does not have integrity. Please underline it. The integrity is very, very important. This structure does not have integrity. There is nothing good will come out from this thing. Good morning. This is Omo Basharu.
Thank you, Omo Basharu. You dropped a comment on YouTube earlier, and I think that's a summary of what you dropped. Hello.
Hello, John and Doc is my name. Also, the demo, thank you for your analysis this morning. But let me make an impression. There is nothing like there's nothing like North Central. It is politically good defeat to use the word North Central. It is.
All right, 0809 7000 949 0809 7000 949 0906 2000 949.
We'd like to have John Onjoko back. He was trying to make a point there. I apologize for the line. The line went off the other time there. It's better for the Southerners that the Northerners divert the food items to neighboring countries and bringing them here poisoned. We here should grow beyond subsistence farming to commercial one if insecurity allows it. That's from Achibiri.
Yes, which means we should look inward. That is what ordinarily it means. The idea of whether it's going to be poison or not, I think that is speculative.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. We can hear you. Good morning.
Okay. Let me speak about. I'm not hearing you, but let me speak if I'm on. Who is really waiting or looking for peace to reign in this country called Nigeria? Which section, which geographical zone is actually begging on its knees for peace to reign? And which of the zones is looking for war to separate this country? If we are really one, a particular area cannot be a problem to this country, while the other people are begging, looking for whatever at our cost. All this thing going on now that our guests, every now and then, you hear cutting the way of our guests into the bush, our boys into the bush or whatever, which is not happening in another section of the. Let us really address who is really looking for peace to reign supreme in this country. Why should our youth be victims of war? The war that is caused by these people, politicians or elderly men. Why should our youth, our future leaders, be victims of war? It's a question we need to address ourselves. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Falodo from Fokwalodo.
All right, make your point.
On this issue of what I just said, that 7 weeks, 1 week, 70 problems, that was due to systematic failures, challenges that we are operating facing in this country. And that is constitutional matter. Until we change the constitution, we will continue to be having the same problem. Then briefly, I want to appeal to APC, for God's sake. They should think about Nigeria. We will constitute a committee for 2023. We need doctrine of necessity. Where we will be able to get pro-people constitution, not oligarchic constitution, that we conduct election for us. So instead of this aristocrat election, then we stop it. We cannot continue to be celebrating failure. We cannot continue to be celebrating failure in Nigeria. Enough is enough. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, 0809 7949 0906 2949. Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. It came in already. You can try again. We have the time coming up to 10 minutes before 7. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Adeshu Yomala from UI. I grade Austin there. And your analysis, you were saying that, especially Augustine, and some of the analysts, that the president seems to be silent, he's not speaking up. This is my problem with Nigerian journalists. There are some things they know themselves, but they wouldn't have say which president, for God's sake. In recent times, where have we seen the president addressing anybody publicly? When Obasanjo was there, every last Saturday of the month, he called it the president explains. 2 hours, he will be on there, he will call him. That is the president. So, my problem now is that you are saying that about the northerners, why the RDA who give them food, I will supply Boko Haram, our soldiers are they well. If there is a way, they should not take southern soldiers to the north. Because northerners, they know, these northerners, they know much. They are the ones that are covering terrorism against their own people. Why then to southern soldiers be there and be killed? So let's have the best of today.
All right, thank you for calling. Austin, do you want to respond?
Yes, he talked about that there's no president.
But there is a president.
Yes, there is a president. I think the capacity of the president is what is in question. You understand? The president should address these issues. This is what we are talking about. It looks as if we have an absentee president.
Maybe it is time.
Hello,
good morning.
Good morning.
This is Shegun from Oyo.
All right, Shegun, go on.
Now, I want to talk about this Zamfara issue. We said the federal government did not do anything about insecurity. They now said Zamfara is not in Warsaw. Also now saying it's political. Why not federal government saying Sokoto is in Warsaw? Zamfara is the most east problem in Nigeria. When we talk about food supply being cut, where is Padama farming that offers to introduce in South in throughout Nigeria? 95% of them are dead. What about Fashola farm settlement? What are farm bases in Oyo State? We have to look inward to produce food in Nigeria. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much. We can still take more calls. You are trying to make a point at the time.
0906 2009 49. Austin is kind of. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Daniel Okereke is my name.
Good to have you.
The problem we are having is that we have a very incompetent president at the end of our affairs of this country. Even if we restructure this country, we have another constitution, we still have somebody like Buhari running the affairs of this country, we still find ourselves in we are finding ourselves now. We cannot make any progress in this country. This man is so tribalistic. Look at every aspect of appointments in the federal government. All are northerners. From the post to everywhere, to the custom to everywhere. And they have made everything up. It's only what and everywhere.
They are all northerners. We shouldn't. We know you're trying to make a point, but let's not misrepresent fact. They are all northerners. They are not. Good morning. Okay.
Yeah, Austin. Good morning, and DELE.
Good morning. Okay.
Austin, I think sometimes some of these things that is happening, you begin to wonder. But I think in this case of the food thing, for every one of us should go inward, even me, a bit sarcastic. I've now had to do a sort of farming beside my house. I think we should all do that. Maybe it might help us. Because somebody talked about Fadama and their likes. It didn't end up today. Those things, how do we get it back now? It's so glaring. This is a sort of threat to every one of us. We need to know how we can sort this. Like I always say, this time around, I was wondering more of a solution than talking about the problem now. How do we get out of this problem? Please, this is what we should all look at. Because we have been abandoned by our leader. It's time for us to look inward, just as we've been doing. We have over 200 million local governments in Nigeria. Each of us are local governments of ourselves. So maybe we should just look inward and know how to sort our problem. Good morning.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Solution providers. That is the kind of people we want in this country. 0906 2009 0809 7000 to drop a comment. What do you have to say? We have a caller here. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning. We can hear you. What's your name?
Hello. Please, can you hear me? The only solution,
Okay.
The only solution to this food crisis and banning of food from the north is for the government in the southwest to be serious with anti-open grazing law, because they do not enforce at all. I've traveled around the southwest. The cattle are still grazing. Even Fadama area, grazing Fadama area now because of lack of grasses in the dry area. So the problem is that the cattle open grazing should be banned in the southwest.
Oh, okay. 0906 2000 949 0809 7000 949. Yes, you can drop messages too if you still have the time. We can address that before 7 o'clock. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
This is Ben Njaku. Thank you. Yes, I was saying there's nothing like the North Central. It is a political deceit and distortion of facts to use the word North Central. It is called the Middle Belt. And that's why we have the Middle Belt Forum, and we have had the United Middle Belt Congress in the past, led by late Joseph Osaka. On the mass resignation of our soldiers, the military authorities should improve their welfare and ensure that soldiers are not kept aside from their families for too long, as this leads to family dislocation and frustration. John Njoku is my name. Thank you.
Thank you, John Njoku, for calling. Yes, we can still take maybe one or two more calls. Hello. Okay, we lost that call. 0809 7000 949 0906 2000 949. Yes, sir. 0906 2000 949. Hello.
Hello, DELE.
Morning.
Good morning. Also, good morning.
Morning, John.
I'm not hearing you, John. Now, our governors, our Southern governors should invest in agriculture. Agriculture is not building refinery. No. It's a monthly, yearly program. Let them invest massively. Let them invest very well there. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Let's invest in agriculture as a charge to the government. This morning from John. Let me take this message here. Even if angels come to rule under this kind of 1999 constitution, such angel will fail. No president is not good, but the constitution turned them to weakling. Shofire Victor from Mokola. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, John.
This is John Laruwaju from Agbo.
All right.
My own take is this. The problem we are facing is the House of Assembly. You see this House of Assembly that throwing eyes against presidency and Mr. President about insecurity, that clamoring that they should remove the service chiefs, that they were not doing anything. Now, them, they brought the name of this as an ambassador, and they the necessary thing to the insecurity. They are now even stamped them as an ambassador. Can you see the kind of House of Assembly that we are? That is the problem. That is why we will continue seeing all these things that we are seeing. They talk about impeachment of the removal of Mr. President. They throw eyes against it. They go up prostrate, begging Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Somebody said the Constitution is a problem. Do you agree?
It's arguable anyway. We have bad leaders too, not just the Constitution.
But do you agree that our Constitution at the moment is very, very faulty?
Of course, it's faulty. We need to tinker with our Constitution, and we need to also enhance our selective process. How does this leader emerge? You talk about the Constitution, and yet we have a president who wants to appoint so many people from his zone, who want to be tribalistic and what have you. So the Constitution has its own fault. The people, the leaders too, they don't have the interests of the people at heart.
All right, it's time to go. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Join us tomorrow morning as we bring you another edition of Broken Newspaper Review. Thank you, Austin, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Thank you, dear listener. And up next, a Smart Kids Show with Auntie Yellow. Good morning.